Today we're going to learn multiplying decimals. When you multiply decimals, it's a little different than when you add or subtract decimals. You need to line up the numbers on top of each other, not the decimal points. Once you do this, you multiply as if there's no decimal points. And then when you're finished multiplying, you count the number of decimals in the factors and move that many spots to the left. That way it accounts for the different place values that you have here. So for example, it doesn't really matter which one you put on top. I always put the one that has more digits on top, not the larger one, but just the one with more digits. So in number 1, I'm just going to do 3.2 times 4.1. They happen to line up just because the decimal's in the same place value. Now you multiply like normal as if there's no decimal. So 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. Add a 0 to hold the place value. 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Add them up. Then you get the 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 3, the 1, 3, and 1. So we do not just bring our decimal point down. We count the number of spaces. So you have 1, 2 total. So your decimal is always at the end. And move it over 1, 2 to the left. So your final answer is 13.12. Positive times positive is positive. Number 2, I'm going to put 5.25 on top because it has more digits, and 3.1 on the bottom. Notice I did not line up my decimal points. Multiply like normal. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 5 is 5. And then I hold the place value. 3 times 5 is 15. Trade the 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 times 5 is 15. Add them up. So this is just as if I was multiplying 525 times 31. 5 and 0 is 5. 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 7 is 12. Trade the 1. 6 and then 1. Here's where you count your decimal points now. I've got 1, 2 here. Another 1, so that's a grand total of 3. So move it 1, 2, 3 to the left. So you're going to have 16.275. And then you have a negative times a positive, so that's going to be negative 16.275. Again, pause the video if you need it to finish these problems. I'm going to move on to the next one. We have 7.15 times 0.02. I don't really bother with the negative signs because I look at that after I'm done everything, and then I decide, is the answer positive or is the answer negative? So 2 times 5 is 10, treat the 1, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 times 7 is 14. I don't have to do 0 times all those or the next 0 times all those. This is sufficient. So I'll move it 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a grand total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. So I'm going to have 0.143. I don't need that extra 0 at the end. Positive times negative is negative. Last problem. I'm going to put 1.02 on top. It's got more digits. Times 30. There's no point in doing 0 times 2, 0 times 0, 0 times 1. It's just going to be 0, so I'm going to hold the place value. So I'm going to do 3 times 2, which is 6. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. You've got 1, 2 spots here, so 1, 2. It becomes 30.6. I go back up to the top, and I have negative times negative. Well, that's a positive. So the most important thing with multiplying decimals is you do not have to line up your decimal point. You just put the one with more digits on top. And then to figure out where your decimal goes, you count the number of spaces. The next thing we're going to look at is order of operations. So PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. When given multiple operations, they have to be performed in that order. If they were not performed in the same order, if I just said, I'm going to go left to right, and somebody else said, well, I'm going to do parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract, we're going to get totally different answers. So this was set up so that everybody gets the same answer. So when you do this, the first thing you always do is what's inside parentheses. Well, when I look at these 4 problems, I actually don't have any parentheses. You're going to say, yes, you do. I'm going to say, no, I don't. I don't have any operations inside. I have parentheses that are saying, hey, I'm a negative number. I also have parentheses that are saying, hey, I need you to multiply these 2. That's what that means. So in actuality, none of these have the P part of PEMDAS. So the next is exponents. I don't see any exponents either in any of these problems. So we're going to go multiply or divide and then add or subtract. You do whichever one comes first. Just because in PEMDAS M comes before D, that does not mean you have to multiply before you divide. Or it does not, yeah, that's why I said that right. If division came first, you would do the division first, and then you would do the multiplication. You just go left to right for those. So in this one, I have negative 7 times 5 is a negative 35, and because we're in 7th grade, we're going to do 2 at the same time. Negative 9 times negative 5 is a positive 45. Drop down your plus sign. Okay? Careful with your symbols. So negative 35 plus 45 gives you a positive 10. Number 2, I see we have multiplication and division. So I'm going to do those first, and I'm going to look at it like this. I'm going to say, all right, negative 5 times 8 gives me a negative 40. You can look at this piece right here a couple different ways. You could say, all right, well, I'm going to do negative 100 divided by 4. So negative 100 divided by 4 is negative 25. Or I can, and then drop down your minus sign here. Or I can say automatically, oh, well, this is a negative negative, so it becomes a plus. And then look at it as being positive 100 divided by 4, which is a positive 25. Regardless of which way you look at it, if you'll notice, even when I did negative 100 divided by 4 and I got negative 25, and I dropped down that minus sign, minus negative, that's that double negative. It becomes a positive anyway. So it doesn't matter if you said I'm going to make it positive right away or I'm going to make it negative negative and then change it to the positive. So here, once you put those together, you can get negative 15. You can do the same thing when you have decimals. So here in number 3, I see multiplication and addition. So we have to do the multiplication first. So I'm going to multiply those two. I'm going to get negative 7.02. Drop down the plus, drop down to 2.5. Now I have addition. So I'm going to add 2.5 and a negative 7.2, put them together. I'm going to get a negative 4.52. At any point, you can pause this and you can do these problems on your own and then check. I'll still be going over them. Last one here, I see multiplication here, and then addition. So off to the side, you can do your multiplication problems if you have to. So like 4.2 times 2 if you need to. You know, it's 4, 8, count your decimal 1 point over, so 1 over here. So that's going to be a positive 8.4. The biggest thing to remember is watch your signs. Watch your negative versus positive. 2.8 times 3 is, again, going to give you 8.4. Drop your plus sign down because it's a positive 8.4. Add those two together, and you're going to get 16.8. Whoops, 16.8. So the most important thing to remember here is that when you're doing this, parentheses always come first. So if there's an operation inside the parentheses, like it said something like 5 plus 2 times, I don't know, plus 7 or whatever, you have to do this piece first because it's in your parentheses. Exponents comes after that. So say we had this. Oops, it's not letting me right there. Hang on a second. Say we had this. You would do 5 plus 2 first, and then you would square 7 second. And then you do multiply or divide, so left to right, and then we would do add or subtract, left to right.